Welcome to the weekly review. Ollie has assured me that they're on their way, but I figured I'd start, even though I'm very annoyed about my microphone. Anyway, a weekly review is that special time in our week's life when, or sometimes twice because we're in desperate need, where we pause what we're actually doing and, oh my, we have an Ollie. Okay. As I was saying, it's that special time in our week's life when we pause our actual work to take a look at our work, um, and evaluate, is this something I should still be doing? Why is this ancient OmniFocus project still there? And how do I make it go away / make peace with myself or figure out what it looks like now? Random example. Looking over our calendars, planning projects, processing inboxes, those types of things, the things where we're deciding about what we're doing as opposed to just doing. Of course, if you would like to just do, you are welcome to join us for that too. If you have intentions, please tell us in the chat. Ollie, what are your intentions for the weekly review? And welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. My intentions are to not lose my mind, specifically in terms of the review. I would like to. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, fam. Todoist has been added again. Yeah, Todoist says there are no tasks in my system.
I've met you before.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that's not true.
I'm pretty sure that's not
so
true.
Do you have any?
I think I don't. I think I have fixed Todoist on my iPad and try not to panic and then go from there.
Okay.
Yes. Now the good news is it's working on my phone. But what the heck? Last of this was saying 41 minutes ago. Yep, that does make sense. We're gonna log up there. Step 1, fix Todoist on my iPad. That's my intention. I wish that I was joking.
Yeah. I don't know if that one's on the document or not, but
I don't think it is, but it has been before.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I'm
And your
sorry.
intentions, madam?
So my intentions, I have projects that I would like to get into OmniFocus and some plan things like I really need to make a good plan for getting my taxes done so it's not all happening at the last minute. But also like I have a project to plan around like the physical therapy stuff that I need to do. And because I had some more thoughts yesterday after a session. And then so I want to get those in, but also very, very, very importantly is I want to clean out my OmniFocus because yikes.
Yep.
But also, yeah, getting some of the plans that I've been wanting to enact, like making a timeline for them, because I'm like, okay, you're not crunched and now you don't know what to do.
Oh yeah.
Give myself a little big picture touch point of like, oh, this is what I'm doing. That's right. Because the right mindset to come up with that is not, I just came out of a client meeting where I was focused on their tasks and now figure out what are in mine. It's like watching Star Wars and Star Trek back to back.
Ooh.
Right? Yep. Like they're both good, but like
headspace.
Where's your
vastly different?
Oh, no, not warp core. Anyway. So yeah, those are my intentions. Anyone else has intentions, we would love to hear them. Also, I am ravenous because I have not had time to eat yet today.
That is highly unfortunate.
But I did exercise.
Nice. I have done both eat and exercise. But in fairness, I have had 3 more hours maybe of the day than you have.
Well, I mean, time zone wise, for sure.
Time zone wise. I've been awake. Okay, I've been awake since 5:30, so that means going on for 7 hours now.
It was almost 6 when I woke up. So and I've realized what I really, really want is a watch alarm clock that, number one, actually goes off because third party ones I've had sometimes just don't.
Oh,
Um,
that's always nice.
that all it does is tap my wrist twice. Because
Yeah.
if I'm really asleep, like really, really asleep, I
I
don't
don't
want to be
want it to
woke.
wake you up. Yeah.
Right. And I won't remember to turn it off, but I do want to start the habit of waking up at 5
Yeah.
because my brain has still not bought into this whole daylight savings nonsense.
No, yeah. That
It's not on
sucks.
board. So, yeah, everything's been happening later. And now, like, anyway, so I'm going to actually move on to our reviewing. Do you need me to put on your document that you're updating?
I will do that in a second. I have to send a message to a partner and then I will
Can I skywalk about something?
once I finish the message. 1 second. There we go. 2 words. Go ahead now, Skywalk. Actually, can you Skywalk while I get socks? My feet are cold. Is
Yeah.
that okay? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, this microphone sitting right here that I'm not
Mm-hmm.
using right now, I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, all I need is to get a better cable because it's
Okay.
got this crappy cable. I'm pretty sure through the, because I'd had this issue before and it wasn't showing up. And now it's showing up and making no sound. And I'm like, rude.
This
Yes. And the
is yet
microphone's
another
off.
example
Perfect.
of of um of why I am not motivated to do my own tech knowledge because dang, people I know
Well,
who are nerds about that are still like shrug emoji. And I'm like,
well, okay. And I need to finish the actual skywalk.
oh,
So
sorry,
I have
yes, continue.
this fancy ass plug. Like this
Yes.
is the all the thunder because I wanted like two. It has all the Thunderbolt features. Whatever you need to do, this plug can do it. And I was
Wow.
like, oh, I just need to get that out and then it will work.
Yep.
And I talk into it, and Zoom's like, yeah, there's no audio there. And the box is
Oh
like, oh no,
my.
there's totally audio.
Oh my God.
And
I'm
I don't
so
know whose fault it
sorry.
is, but I'm real annoyed.
You are grumpy and rightfully
How about
so.
that? Also, really hungry. I'm really hungry. Like I'm tempted to go get food before we start because I'm really hungry.
I have socks. My brain
Okay.
says that's not good enough. Tea we shall have. Also, I might
Okay.
have to run for a bio break in like a hot second, but
Okay.
I also think I might need to do like a brief go off audio journal session after my, intense therapy just now.
Oh yeah. Well, it was like yesterday. I mean, in theory, I should very easily be able to go back to back from like a physical therapy personal trainer appointment to a meeting with you.
Okay.
But I had all these thoughts about how to like make improve my feelings and
Um,
motivation around it. And I was like, I'm sorry, by the end of our 2 hour session, this will all be gone.
oh
So I took 10
yeah.
minutes and just had
Yeah,
to
for
write it down.
sure. Oh, sure.
I am very hopeful. You do not have to say on review that it was as your friend, a productive therapy session.
I got what I needed at the end. Yes. It was
Hey,
it was one of those therapy sessions which happens to me regularly, which is like it was a very expensive 50-minute rant. And then I
mm,
got a nugget at the end and I'm good mostly.
okay.
Yeah. All right, actually I am going to do that. I'm going to do that right now and then be right back.
I'm very tempted to. Okay. Yeah, I'm out of it. Oh no, my button. Um, I may have to go on a break quickly because I'm really out of it. I'm realizing I had adrenaline to get me here on time to start the stream, but now I'm out. So I'm gonna go to a break real quick and I'll be right back.
Hello, I'm back. I have tea, Earl Grey, hot. Um, I have brain smooth, cold. It was funny. I referred to my favorite character, my special interest character, to Brittany as smooth brained. And she said, you know that's not good, right? I'm like, yes, I know that's not good. I'm aware. Today is day 18 of consecutive days that I've gone on a run, and I'm proud of that. When Brittany comes back, I think I might take a break because I need to charge my watch and yeah, etc. Okay, so nails. What the fish? What the actual fish, even? Where is the document? There it is. Okay. Ollie's review. We are at 299. How long has it been like that? Wish I knew. Let's see if D&D is more. I think it might be more. Oh, it's less. How is it less? That's odd. All right. All right. Nails. I'm a little scattered today. That's okay. That's okay. Picking at my nails. That means I need a fidget toy. I'm looking forward to the spring weather. Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys, internet, it is a beautiful day here in southwestern Ontario. We are in for another thunderstorm, I believe, but I mean, I like thunderstorms. Thunderstorms are a good time for me, but most people would not say it's a beautiful day when it's thunderstorming. I would, but anyway, right now it is not a cloud. I cannot see a cloud in the sky, and it's sunny. And well, yes, obviously, and the temperature is good for spring. So I had somebody walk by me when I was out shopping who said, "It's a beautiful day." I said, "It is. Thank goodness." I'm gonna get fidget toy, fidget toy, fidget toy, fidget toy. Where is it at this time? Oh dear. Don't tell me I've taken it out of here. That would be less optimal. No, don't call me Shirley. Okay. Um, I have no idea where the one I was looking for is, but wow, there's a lot of tangles here. Hang on. Okay, I have my lovely Jopamala prayer beads, which I'm sure there are some people who have big feelings about me using that as a fidget, but it is something these I got these at the same time that I read Eat, Pray, Love. And I think that book is amazing. And it reminds me of that, of those concepts that Elizabeth mm, Elizabeth, what's her name? Elizabeth Gilbert. Elizabeth Gilbert talks about. Um, and so this is a very not only is it a technical fidget, but um it is something that makes me feel calm and loved. Honestly, I feel like Elizabeth Gilbert is a very loving human being. She seems that way to me, and I feel like she's the kind of person who would be like, yes, even though I've never met you, if you read my book, even if you haven't read my book, that yes, you are loved by me in the abstract sense. So I'm going to use this. I like the sensory experience of it. Um, okay. Okay. I just texted a friend of mine who's coming to D&D tonight, saying that I need to talk to them about some things when they get here. And I then I realized, I went, oh dear, this is in no way we need to talk thing. This is a update on my mental health and a request I have of you for about a way that I'm wondering if both of us would be comfortable to connect more and better, because I've been realizing that I need more physical touch in my life than I am getting. So I'm going to be talking to people about like the potential of like more slash longer hugs, potentially like cuddling, that kind of thing. But I realized like, oh, I need to talk to you. Opening a text with "I need to talk to you" for people who have, you know, history of mental health experiences. Experiences, that's very broad. Anyway, you know what I mean. Is not usually the best. So I was like, hey, whoa, hang on. I have to quantify this. Well, quantify this a little bit better. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, these feel good. These feel really nice. I like them a lot. Maybe turn. Um, um, okay, so what is the first item is a sacred timeline. Yeah, we can do that. So I'm gonna charge and watch in a second. I need to have taken my supplements. Breakfast has been good enough. I didn't reset the kitchen, but hopefully I can do that later. But today I don't think it's a kitchen reset top priority day, unfortunately. Wish that were the case. Hello.
I couldn't stay awake.
Oh no.
So I got an Adderall and a caffeine, and then my mom needed me to bring diapers.
Got it.
And hopefully I can be awake now.
I have tea, and I sent a text, and I now have a fidget toy, and two, in fact.
Next break, I
Multimodal
should get
fidget
a
toy.
tea.
Mm.
Okay. What am I said my things I wanted to do today, and now I'm just staring.
Yes, that is unhelpful. Do you have music playing?
I did. I can play it again.
I'm going to, because of the setup I currently have, I can't do the wired connection, which I usually do. So I'm going to play music out loud on my iPad. So if you can hear it, please tell me and I will change.
Let me know when it's playing, because I probably have to have mine off to
Okay,
notice.
it's playing now.
It's filtering.
Good. I figured.
Yeah, my AirPods had come disconnected from my phone, my laptop, because I left and I went downstairs. Wow. Okay. I have so much to do. I will start with writing out what I think are the things I'm supposed to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
And go from there. Because wow, I'm so sleepy. Like I used all this adrenaline to get here and get all set up, and then I'm just like, I got
Now you
nothing.
crash. Yeah.
Yep.
Today is a good day. Elton John and Snow Wife have both released new music. I'm into it.
Elton John's still releasing new music.
That's what Jonathan said. He's like, I thought he retired. No, he retired from touring. Elton John cannot retire from music any more than he can retire from oxygen.
Okay, all I knew was that he's old. I
He's
actually
very
didn't know
old.
about the touring thing.
Yeah, he gave a farewell tour, farewell Yellow Brick Road tour. Which means that I will never have a
Well,
chance to see him live and in concert.
some band I don't remember the name of has given like 1,000 of them, so now I just never
He
believe
has two.
anybody.
No, he has two. But I read in his autobiography, he said David, his husband, came up to him. He's like, here's all the kids' school stuff going out to like 2030. How much of this do you want to be around for? And Elton said, I want to be around for all of it. So he organized the farewell tour, and he's done now. And I believe him, even though he's also retired from touring several times. I personally believe him this time.
I have a hard enough time just going away for conferences to speak at.
Mm. Okay, I'm gonna pull up my accountability tracking because there's a new thing I want to put in, and I already removed something this morning, but I think I might need to. Okay. Um.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, that one is not gonna interfere.
Tales of the Underworld.
Okay. No context was provided, and so Ollie is confused. What?
So I got distracted when I was gone because I'm out of it, and went down a little rabbit hole on my phone because I have this app that pulls up stuff that you did. It does other things, but like pulls up stuff you did a year ago today.
Mm-hmm.
And or many years ago. And one of them was Theo at a younger age. Theo was almost completely ambidextrous, like
wow,
without a dominant. But then when he got into elementary school, he was like, oh, this right-handed thing is way easier. And so
aww.
he's really not anymore.
Right.
I don't know if he still had the same aptitude, but like he's like, no, I'm just right-handed. I was like, you can choose to be just right-handed.
Yep.
Many people who are bi are in monogamous relationships with one particular gender. Like,
yep.
That's a thing you can choose to do. You just may also have the ability to do left-handed stuff if you chose to. Anyway, well, that's an appropriate
that's almost
analogy or not.
exactly where my brain went to. So in case that makes you feel
okay,
anything,
that is actually make me feel better.
Good.
Anyway, there's this video where he is only using his left hand, and so I sent it out to the family, and my brother had a funny comment about it. But since I've said his name, I won't say the comment because it might be embarrassing.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, yeah, my offspring is showing he was going back and forth a lot, but when he gets frustrated, he'll move to the left every time now.
Yep. Interesting. Okay.
My husband, who is ambidextrous, says, oh no, I'm right dominant for everything except the two most important things, writing and eating. Like these are the only times I ever see it come up anywhere. So anyway, he's, in my opinion, just completely left dominant, which is awesome because that's the side of his body that wants to cut out.
Oh, good. That's always the best.
Like, you know, it's a really bad day when his right foot has problems. Left foot balling up, it's a day that ends in Y, but when it's the right foot, it's a bad day. Anyway, big focus things. I need to do taxes. Have little things
And now comes the moment where I get to watch Brittany on screen as I see her open a text message from me that has an off-color joke that I can't tell her on the stream.
As long as it's not like that one unsolicited pic.
Oh God, yeah, that was
a sent to the wrong person situation. Yep. I'm really glad it was me and not somebody worse.
Yeah, you're pretty bad. I know exactly what you meant, but I had to go there. So
okay, so to address the part of that I can say out loud, Eric's never been golfing, which if you know about my family, really speaks ill of me as a spouse, that I've never taken him golfing. We have a plan to. It would have been easier if we'd done it before there was a child to entertain. But we need to go. Like, we've been to Bandon, we just haven't taken him out on the golf course. Anyway.
Yeah.
And I really prefer a 9-hole game anyway, so we need to do it.
Welcome.
And then and one of the other photos I found, I sent to Eric, and he goes, "You married a dork." And I said, "From me?" I did. He said it to me.
About him or about you? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And I said I did, and then he goes, sent the gif of ha.
Nice.
It's a satire, just in case you needed to know.
If it wasn't so much work to get back in the Zoom, I would leave again. For context, everyone at home, there was one time on the, I think it was on the course that Brittany was running Unstuck, that I participated in, which was very wonderful, that there's something that I was like, I had the emotion of middle finger, and so I just left the Zoom in protest. And then when I came back, Brittany was like, I don't know. Oh, yeah, no, it was. It was easier to get back into Discord than it was. Yeah, no. And then when I came back, Brittany's like, I don't know if Ollie got disconnected or whether that was like a heck you kind of a feeling. And I'm like, yeah, it was that. But Zoom is a lot more effort to get on my end than your end, so I'm not going to do that. All right. Inquiry. What is that magnificent mess all over your child in that most recent picture you sent me? It looks like a chocolate something, but I'm curious.
Refried beans.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
He loves him some legumes, but do you know what his favorite thing is? His favorite food? Tomato. What?
Oh my God, tomato is the best.
He will actually grab a giant tomato and just hand fruit devour the whole thing slowly.
Wow, that's amazing.
And so my mom made minestrone soup yesterday because it turns out he likes all kinds of vegetables when they all taste like tomato.
Yeah, that seems probably accurate. Yeah, minestrone is kind of a tomato soup that has different shapes.
I mean, it's a little more complex than that, but it's sort of everything, in soups, things meld together, and tomato's the most dominant thing, so it's pretty tomato dominant. And
no, I'm a big fan. This is not me. This is not me.
It's tomato heavy.
Dissing. Yeah.
No, this is the boy who loves his tomato.
Honestly, I always wonder with that when it's like, especially young kids, whether it's like, was that something that was deficient when you were being grown? Because like lifelong, I love me a pickle. And like there are other like salty foods that I'm like, that's pretty good. Like, but pickles, I have always loved pickles. Just cannot get enough pickles, period. Always order extra pickles. There were take people's
plenty of things that were deficient because I was pretty nauseous.
Yeah. Yeah. I am made entirely of tangerine Fruitopia and chocolate chip banana bread.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, he'll also eat like 4 tangerines in a sitting if you let him.
Mm,
So he's not vitamin C deficient.
no, there's no unless of course he has an absorption issue.
Did you
But
know
mm,
that my great grandmother published research on health benefits of vitamin C and another paper on using tomatoes as a good source of vitamin C?
amazing.
I can Google Scholar my great grandmother.
That is the best ever, actually. Nothing is better than that. Period. I stand by that hyperbole completely.
So my grandfather passed away. This is not his mother, but his wife's mother. And he passed away shortly after I got my master's degree in like a child development related field. And we were going through his stuff and found a manuscript of one of my great grandmother's published journal articles about comparing health of rural and urban children.
Mm,
All
wow.
of these
Oh
like
God.
hand drawn
Yeah.
diagrams for the data because she didn't have a computer program to spit it out for her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
the patience. Anyway,
Yeah.
it was
Yep.
the 30s. So one of the metrics was weight. And if you weighed more, you were presumed to be healthier. This is a
Yep.
lot has changed in our world since
Yep. Yep.
then. So height and weight were the primary metrics. And when I found it and showed it to my brother, he goes, "This makes me feel like there's badass scientists in my
No, this
genes."
is correct.
It's like, right? Anyway, I dibs the manuscript because uh because I was there, but also I just finished my own uh paper. So
Mm-hmm.
not that I actually published because that was a lot of work that I don't get paid for.
Yeah. That do be a thing. Okay. Um, okay, so I'm going to okay, I'm gonna contact somebody who I have accountability with.
Yay! I still
And I'm
haven't
gonna
highlighted anything in this document. Oh, like what's wrong with me? I know you don't have time for that.
yeah, no, a little
Oh,
bit.
okay, I need to write what I'm doing in here. I don't think
Yes,
I'm
you
really gonna do any of these things. So I'm gonna write list of big focus things. Okay, so sometimes I like having fun names for projects. This one has like a big theme, which, and if you don't actually know me and how I run my business is going to sound really weird, but like I think of this project, which is really like a life area set of projects,
do.
is something like make my business be a grown ass business, like a
Mm-hmm.
grown up. Um, which makes it sound like I'm not very professional, and I actually am on all the
Mm.
things that I think matter.
Yeah.
Which, I have my booking system and I have, those things together. But there's some other things I'd like to expand. And of course, I have dread and terror that this will lead me to a level of admin I do not want to sustain. But
Yep.
they are things I still want for my business. And so I want a good name for this new life area. And I
Mm.
feel like grown ass business owner is too long.
Business upgrade? Business focus upgrade? Business business level up?
Maybe. And it's like I've been really actively wanting to do these things, and but because I was like,
Mm-hmm. What if a lot of people release music um uh in the spring? What if that's a thing? I don't know. Because like there's four artists who have released music that I love in the past month, like the past 30 days, you know.
how old are Elton John's kids now?
Teens? Why? I think.
Okay, just curious.
Now I have to know.
Because I also don't know how old he is. I just know he made
He's
music in the
78.
70s. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. I really hope it makes it to 80. That would be really hard if he doesn't. Lol, his David is listed as his spouse twice because they got married in a like limited allowing of the of gay marriage in the UK, and they got married again when it was like fully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, a
Uh,
civil partnership. Yeah, when they were allowed civil partnerships, and then
mhm.
he. And the other thing that blows my mind about him is that um he has been sober and clean since 1990, which is the year I was born. He's been he had like serious substance abuse problems for years and years and years, and he's been clean the entire time I've been alive, which is nuts. That's
That's awesome.
crazy. Yeah, he's really cool. Okay, so his kids, children too.
But he also would have been old when he started his family. Like,
He was, yeah. Okay, so Zachary is 15 and
older than
Elijah
me.
is 12.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Um,
cute. His eldest, um, when they started like taking him to like photo ops and stuff, like not very often, obviously, because tiny, was like he endured the cameras rather than enjoying them. Chip off the old block.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Whoops. By the way, I added a couple of balanced yoga poses to my nightly yoga in order to increase my balance, because one of the reasons that I'm adding uh these different uh exercise things to my life right now is because I'm really thinking about aging with less pain. So I was like, what other things do I need to do to age less pain? Balance. So
Yeah. Okay. I need a thing. Huh. Okay.
You never answered my question. Did you put the word spawn in your weekly goals list because of me?
Partially you, and partially another friend who also uses like silly
Mm,
language to refer to offspring. Um,
nice. Okay.
and I enjoyed those things a lot. And I was like, oh yeah, I need to do that more.
It brings joy.
Also, um,
Hmm.
people might debate over whether or not he's a baby or a toddler at this point.
But spawn is irrefutable.
Right, exactly. You sprang forth from my womb, I spawned you. And it makes
Yes.
it kind of sound like a video game monster, which is also kind of funny.
Yes.
It does grossly undersell the effort that went into creating
Yes. People
aforementioned
focus on the
offspring.
getting across the finish line, but dang. Dang is what I have.
Because like it's also like a video game thing, like the creatures show up at a spawn point.
Yes. You don't have to. No.
Just like it. I just
Um,
like it.
I know you just like it. I know.
So it's a thing I
So
have liked. You are not the only source, but you are one of the sources.
beautiful. So my new karaoke friend, who is now in D&D group, um, it was also a Supernatural fan in the past. It is still sort of, but like not actively in the fandom. And I was explaining at karaoke that the only other time I did karaoke was at a wedding where I sang "Carry On Wayward Son," and I said, and I got it from, and he interrupted me saying, "I know where you got it from." He said, "I also made that mistake." Um, and then later on, I was telling him about this reference that I made to Supernatural in my D&D game, and again, I said, and there's two brothers, and yeah, I know where you got that from. From two brothers, I knew what you're talking. All right, I need to check this calendar for events I might want to go to this month. Um, so first, I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to take a bio break. I'm going to clean our bathroom, ready for our D&D guests, and get maybe a snack, or maybe I will subsist on universe juice indefinitely. Um, Maybe, probably not, unlikely. Um,
Okay.
yeah, but regardless, I shall return. Lady Gaga will be here, and so will you. All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, I remember the other one. Jeez. Okay. So I find that I still have a lot of uncertainties. So I feel like I made a list, at least list version one. I'm gonna look at my note to see what's missing. And then I'm gonna put the things in Like put the dang things in OmniFocus and plan them out. Okay. So this one should be pretty quick. I want to do a lot of like automating and like cleaning stuff up. Okay. Um, and then, of course, other projects to plan or things that are occurring to me. I love it when a bunch of things that are not high priority suddenly come into my head of things that need to be planned. Okay. I didn't do that. Okay. Okay. Did that. Did that. Okay. 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 Add a thing to my break list. Oh, I need to. Okay. To hear about a new beta update. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do the iOS 19 betas on my carry phone. It's, how do I just say download right now? I just, it's a 13 mini. I don't want a bigger phone. It's just getting, it struggles. I mean, it struggles to do all the stuff that I do, and which is a lot. And I just wanted to be able to do all those things that still fit in my hand. And I don't think that's unreasonable. And I'm willing to pay a very high price to do that, but they don't let me. So, okay. Um, oh yeah. That would be fun to do. Okay. Right. This is supposed to be quick. Looking at my note to see what's missing. Um, okay. Okay. And then I had another section that was like, oh wow. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, so this other thing is so big. Oh, yeah. Dang. Forgot about that one. That one actually probably needs to be done first. Okay. But, okay. Let me add some teeny tiny first actions. Drafts to my node. That's the very first thing on that. I think these guys need to be brainstormed a little bit more. I know I've written down something, don't know where it is outside of what made it to my node. Might be drafts, but it might not be worth searching. Like in my experience, a lot of the time when I'm like, oh yeah, I wrote a note, wrote a bunch of ideas about that thing. If I find it, which is not common, it never has as much information as I thought it did. Because like by writing that, I had more ideas, if that makes sense. Hey, what? Favor the terminology small human. Also, small human's a good one too, but like our spawn. Um, oh, it is time for me to go for a break. So I am going to do that and then be back. on time even. Anyway, so what I want to do is be good and put these things in OmniFocus, but what wants to happen instead is, okay, these whole section of projects need more detail. It's like, well, yeah, it doesn't want to plan them necessarily in the order of priority, which is unfortunate. No, do not want your boxiness. Hmm. I just want to copy these objects down. Shoot. All right. So we're just planning these out very, very, very messy on here. No one has a first action. There's these other ones around like I don't know how to explain other aspects of practice. So like okay, so first thing is there's an option in acuity. And I'm resistant to just turn it on because there's other issues with acuity that I would like to get fixed. But they're like, it's a big, huge thing. And my attempts to fix it so far haven't been successful, which makes me really not want to touch it again because they're just, it's probably just going to be an awful nonsense mess. But that doesn't stop me from turning it on and make a note that I want to fix it later. To fix and this. Okay, so I'm just going to make a note that I want to do the other things, but can't necessarily. What are So I could have a month. Okay. This one I really think probably this is probably an item that's best to get coached on for the next step. The first one is probably a less than 2-minute action. Set timer for 2 minutes. Okay. Um, what? Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I guess it wasn't quite. I thought there was already a thing in here and it was set up. I just need to hit a button. So I have to remove everything to the inactive and then change what it says. It shouldn't be too bad, but no, these guys never. It's playing Lopty neck. Nick. Yeah, I know. Oops. Apparently I hit a shortcut that changed something. Okay. Think it's still okay. Nah. Okay. Mm. Okay, so those don't need their own. Cool. This one does. I know. It's a lot of sets of, but it's pretty quick still. Okay, that one needs its own link. No, I don't. Shoot. I don't know what you did, but undo it, please. Excuse me. Okay. Copy. I know I was, wow. This is more 2 minutes than I expected. That's true. But, oh, that's not a thing. That should still be on. Thanks for the heads up. Save that one.
Hi.
Hi.
Those were some 2 minute actions. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
do a 2 minute tidy up of the bathroom, and then we have a new D&D player. Make a better effort, and then somebody had a diaper, and then I thought that was kind of a diaper, so I'm going to change the garbage, and then the garbage in the front.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
familiar with this
Totally.
dance.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
also
am.
changed our sign, which is a construction sign that says danger due to, and then a blank space. It now says danger due to shiny math rocks.
Cool. I need you to tell me uh scheduling page. My account, right? That manage users. I can't see where this would be. Where do I find out my link for everything that I can't remember? It's not in payment settings. Shouldn't be there. I want you to take me to. Thank you. I knew there was a pretty link. Thank you. That is the pretty link. That shouldn't have been so much work. Oops.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dang it. I have a big pet peeve for things that are like, oh, yeah, don't forget you have to hit save every time, but it's not that obvious where it is. I almost didn't hit save again. It's the web, guys. Could we not need this? Thanks. Okay. That was my very quick 2-minute action that took several sets of 2 minutes.
We didn't know what that's like. I just typed a quote from my youngest child, which was, "So tell me, where are your clients?" They're not
Like,
3 yet.
like, wait, like they want to know where they live or
I,
that
I, my interpretation of it was, you're not talking to clients. What the fish?
okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
I think this needs to go. I want to say this goes into my node in the state, in that state. Okay. And then next, I'm going to try to put that one in. And then these other ones are really going to need like more brainstorming on, but maybe the first action is brainstorming.
Mm-hmm. Or schedule co-working for a brainstorming session.
It's true, but I'm really needing to uh have I'm trying, one of the things I'm trying to do is to actively have as few tasks that need to happen at a desk as possible so that I can do more of them like on hikes or on the elliptical. And co-working implies that I'm not doing those things. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
think scheduling something to show up on text is less than optimal. And I'm not gonna check into the Discord for those. So
Sure.
it's a good idea, but I think for this it won't work. Also, I'm good at brainstorming once I start. It's just making the time and space to start that are the troublesome bit. Um, so I'm going to take a break and come back after that very long 2-minute action. I'll see you soon.
Okay. I have some good tea, some good cheese, and some good tunes. I really, few things can compare.
Whoops. Oops. Oh, that's unfortunate. I guess I need to hard close. This app is so wild.
Mm-hmm.
Ollie, I just hard closed it and opened it again, and it was still timing.
Oh, that's not cool.
I think it's pretty cool. I don't think you can do that with like Swift UI, but
I will nod
it
and
pre-
smile as my duty as your platonic spouse.
who does not follow tech, yes. Um, okay, that took a long time.
Mhm.
Uh, that wasn't what I meant to do. Okay, so what I need to do is put the things in OmniFocus, and I have permission to pause and plan where needed. What do you
Good.
think?
I think it sounds great. I like it when people give themselves permission.
Really pretty outside. And this is the last
Mm-hmm.
hour of the sun being out, and then it's going to be cloudy when I can go outside and hike. And I
Oh.
would have done this outside in the little sunroom, except it was in the 40s
Mm-hmm.
outside, and that's very cold, and it is not an airtight room. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, it's got gigantic cracks on purpose. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's a little too cold.
I would like to briefly
Uh,
skywalk. I spent
it,
30 minutes with the large language model trying to brainstorm some presents to purchase for my children. And I came up with what I thought was two amazing ideas. And my spouse said no because of these reasons. And I went, yeah, those are pretty valid reasons. Do you have any ideas? He's like, no. So, business as usual.
oh,
And
oh.
in fairness, he is not the kind of person who's like, well, come on, it's your job, right? He never does that. But it's still like, no, I have
But
no
he also
ideas.
has
He's got
reasons not to without replacement ideas.
I know. I know. And it's not like you can force yourself to have ideas when they aren't coming. You know what I mean? But
But like you can talk to an LLM for a period of time about it. Or okay, so under, yeah, this would be under a coach. Um, okay. That their email code doesn't work. Okay. Okay, I tried to do this, but it didn't work. So what does it need to say now? I think I'll just
okay.
yeah, I found something in a project where I'm like, you need a
So I got a text from one of my D&D friends who said, I'm hoping to be there early. And I just messaged Jonathan. Friend is planning to try and be early. Make of that what you will.
yeah.
Which is unfair because this friend is infrequently late and usually only a few minutes. But it's still amusing.
Yes. Um, so I guess this will just go under for now, grown up coach. Again, I've been practicing for 11 years. Like it's a professional business. I'm doing things that feel more grown up.
Mm.
We're trying to do things. We shall see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a better name for this.
Yeah.
well, and on my sub projects either, like that are under this heading. Client, doctor, reach out, I guess. So like, so people, I don't know if I've talked about this here or not. I want to be able to communicate with my clients, other professionals like therapist or doctor. I just want to have a really good system for that. And really, like, I'll tell you my number one reason I want to do this is I have found that my clients who would most benefit from a trial of guanfacine are the least likely to want to talk to their doctors.
Because of the, no, I'm going to get there. Don't tell me. Because of the rejection.
So,
ding, 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 ding.
Like, what? It was like a year. Now, this person now needs a new doctor and is currently living outside of the United States, so really doesn't know how to do that. So that person, we're not going to talk about doing it right now. But when they do have a doctor that speaks English, this is the thing we can try to do.
It's not every day that you check off a task that will repopulate 5 years hence.
Wow.
Yep. It's the update your will project. It's a reminder to create a project to update my will.
Got it.
Yeah, which I had already done, but I had put it. What I will often do is postpone reminders like that to say, in case I don't do it right now, then I can just go, oh yeah, I've done that, and check it off. Which would be very, very harmful to some people's brains, but it's fine for mine.
Yeah. That's a lot of confidence in a system, though.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's confidence in the system, not confidence in me right now. You know what I mean? Okay. Like, I'm not confident that I will do the thing, but I'm confident that I'll look at the system, I guess.
Into my node. This is it. I have one task. It's planet, and it's put the drafts ideas into my node. Walk. You are definitely like a 60-minute worth of brain power task. I'm trying to do estimated times. And I want to be clear, when I say estimated times, I do not mean a precise time. I mean, if it's more than an hour, potentially, or an hours of brain work, like I need to think I have an hour in order to be able to feel like I can address it, or more, it goes in that group. And then I have like a 15-minute one. I've had 30 minutes before, but I'm not sure if I use it. Maybe 15 minutes, maybe 30. And categories of time, not time.
Yes.
Because it's
the
too
more
much
granular we make something, fatigue. The more, yep.
And the longer it takes, the less likely your estimate's going to be accurate. I mean, witness my 2-minute task. Of course, that was 2 minutes, and it was
witness my 2-minute task. Witness me. Yeah. Good movie.
In fairness, I thought that the thing was already there, and all I had to do was turn it on, not restart the whole thing and give them their own links and stuff. Basically, like on the plane back from from Apsard, which is where I was talking about this with my friend, who was like, here's everything I do to remove all of your decision fatigue and insecurities, including here's the documents I use. So I got all excited, and but this was like a week before the course was going to start. So I was like, all of these ideas will be gone. I emptied my brain into a drafts document.
Yep.
And so my first action on that project that I'm feeling pressure every time I have a client who talks about something with a therapist or a doctor, I was like, oh, that'd be good to talk to them. I'm like, so it has a first action. The first action is to plan the thing out in more detail, because I need to do things like get a fax number and ludicrous things you must do when talking to medical people. Like, what year is this? Anyway,
I wish I could tell you.
so I do have a project for the acuity nonsense, which is they changed how people redeem their coaching packages, and I don't like it. And it's more confusing for
Oh
my
dear.
clients. And they're like, oh, yeah, you could totally put a link in that gives them their code. And I tried to do that, and um, it doesn't work. It just says like has the Cody bits in it. I'm like, so I need to talk to them about it.
My friends just seen you on the floor. You know there's something wrong. We got down on the floor, baby.
Okay.
Hey, Brittany.
Hmm?
I love you a lot. And that
I
makes me
love you
sound like
too.
I'm gonna ask you something. It literally was just because I felt love for you and I'm saying it.
Or that you were drunk.
Right. I love everyone who's bought. No. I am not drunk at this time. I have never been drunk. I mean, on alcohol. I have been seriously buzzed on no sleep or hype about something, but no. The
Yes, yes.
traditional kind, not.
By the way, Wyatt was partial to small human. I think Wyatt since left because I didn't see that for a long time because of somebody
Mm.
else here. Because when it's not our normal time, there's not a lot of people here. But it turns out it's a thing I need to do
Yep.
weekly review stuff now.
Jonathan said to me, "Why are you doing another one?" And I'm like, "Dude, do you realize the list that I have right now? Go away." Actually,
Yeah, yep, yep, yep,
okay.
yep.
I have to think about when I have to defrost something. Like I'm going to do like regularly, so I have to think about when if I want it available to cook a Friday afternoon, like Friday late afternoon. I think I want 32 hours. So that implies the morning of 2 days previously. So if it's going to be on a Friday, then that means Thursday morning, in theory, in the fridge. No, Wednesday night. Yes, Wednesday night. So we're going to put in every Wednesday.
Okay. So that's one. The other one is okay. This one is not in there, so
Alrighty. Beautiful. Okay, then if I want to do it on Tuesday. Tuesday. Um,
okay. Gonna turn off a bit after I clean up.
Sunday evening. Tuesday. I'm being consulted on snacks for tonight's D&D game. We were asked if the fry stand fries should have vinegar or not, and I said, uh, get one package without. If anyone doesn't want vinegar on their fries, we'll just kick them out. We can't have that filth in our home.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God, it's 2:15.
I'm sorry.
Jump scare by the clock. Great good God.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
like it.
it is a lot later than I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Oops, that's not what I wanted.
In our home. I'm funny. Julia, just the same as them. Go, let it go, lean without it goes. Push it in, then you're out, everybody knows.
No. Okay. Okay, so this one is on hold, but also really the first action in it is get coached on it.
Mm.
It is the least urgent. It's important, but I think having the other ones together is more important first. In case you were like, I can't do that right now. Have you not seen how busy you are? Like, it's also the last one of these to probably address.
Yes.
Um, okay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that unless something magical happens in my brain, that one is not happening without getting coached on it. So that's the next action.
Yes. There is a like a 15-minute conversation going on about vinegar.
Why? It's been
Because it's
decided.
like we don't know if the new person wants vinegar and we don't know how much the new person is going to eat, and so we're debating on if Jonathan's going to eat a large by himself. He's trying to cut back on snacking, and is he going to actually eat dinner and then this, or is this going to be in his dinner, and how much are we going to give the kids? And
Yep.
the problem is that we have vinegar here, but it's not malt vinegar. So
It's
it's basically useless.
you plebeian.
I know. Thank you.
Don't have that at all. So
Okay, okay. On March 18th, I checked my wrist, which has no watch in it. March 18th, which was like 3 weeks ago, I captured, set a reminder for defrosting, and now I've finally done it. This is
I'm
my
so glad.
life right now. This is why my life right now. I don't even with things. What I'm doing right now is I'm actually doing something really useful. I am going through my mailbox and trying to deal with stuff so it won't just be like popping up in a week and me going, ugh. Like one thing I just moved, it was to 6 months hence. So we'll see. See, I never know. It's like, should I say here and debate whether that's the most important thing to do or just do things in order? So how about we just do things in order and damn the consequences? Wait, no, 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 wait. Okay.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay. Um. Wait, is this what I think it is?
what do you think it is? Um,
Okay. So I put this one in. Okay. Um, in fact, actually, okay. Grown up. So far, the name is Grown Up Coach, by the way.
yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Um, I also need, okay. Email filters. Okay. I think I did do that. Um, oh, I should be on a break. Oops. Let's see what the thing actually says. Okay, that's kind of what I'm doing. I think, where am I right now? So I think this is, I mean, it's in there. It's not an OmniFocus though. Okay. And then I think this other one, okay. This can go quickly into my node. And then There's a non-zero chance that that first action of brainstorming is actually going to happen right now, but
Yeah.
okay. So I think putting a clean version of this in my node. And then the things I really want to put into OmniFocus, I think I'm just gonna have to write them in here. Like that's there. Taxes is in for right now. Um okay, so calendars. Okay. All right. Oh, and PT. Okay, so those are the things. The things I need to go in the most. So I'm gonna write them in here are calendar project, ECO, psychotherapy, and just check wrap unstuck if that's right. Okay. And if I have time with all of those, then back to the grown up.
So I just I just saw a reminder for myself to make a list of all the birthdays um that we might do at like a barbecue dinner for, which is we usually do, but like putting it in my system so that I'm not like blindsided by it, which why is that? How has that not been yet? But here we are. So I just did that and I just was like, okay, I'm gonna actually add that to the social systems project because I'm not gonna do it right now because I don't even remember when everybody's birthday is, first of all. And so then I was like, okay, good, yep, fine, taken care of. The very next item on the list on my sacred timeline here, check for if anyone has a birthday upcoming to plan a dinner. I already did it. It was the same thing. I postponed it to when I knew we would review again in case I didn't get to that task, and I did. Like, this is so interesting to me.
Brains.
Brains, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the
I'll be
1st
back.
of May. Good. I might be gone by the time you get back because it's nap time, but thank you. Bye. Okay. May 1st. Okay. So, okay. I think I'm gonna try and do one more task and then move on because yeah. All right, I've done it. I'm sorry, internet, for leaving you alone. Brittany will be back soon, and I have to go to nap time. Bye. Thank you.
I don't know what's happening here. Yeah, it doesn't like this, does it? Hmm. Tried turning it to something else and then turning it back. Wow. To disconnect it before you'll update? So rude. There we go. Looks like Ollie dashed off. Okay, so calendar project. Okay, here it is. Okay. Okay. So okay. Share. It doesn't look like it retained the structural integrity when I imported it from drafts. Share my appointments. That needs to be on the Mac. I know. I wonder if I have this still in drafts. Probably not. Why do I have an old task that says dress up with grandpa? Well, I don't know what that means, but okay. Um, task managers. Okay, so this is not all in the correct order. It says it might be in here somewhere. Can I search? Uh, huh. Nope. No. Basically, one day I was like, these are all the things that I just suddenly had it that I needed to do, but I definitely didn't have the energy to do it. Okay. Um, sure. Can I- Okay, they're in the office. Okay, so okay. Let's look on here. Nope. Add to calendar. Okay. That sucks. Um, what year is this? Oh, 2012. Don't show me things from 2012 when I'm asking a technical question. 10. Okay, so that answers that. Huh. Okay. I need to get back to this thing. Okay, let's see. Hmm. Okay. That I don't know how these looked before, but okay. Share with the details. Um, okay, I think just Google. Excuse me. I called to my business line, but they called once and rang once and hung up. So I suspect it's not something I should return. Nor is it a number I recognize. Okay. Think I would prefer to have it be Google. So okay. Oh, this has just deprioritized changing all of my stuff over, but Okay. Um, that's really annoying. I hate security compromises. Okay, so I made that first decision. Okay, set up. Okay, so that took way too long. Just way too long. Okay, so this is it's an active project. Those parts of my life are not here yet. Cool. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Can I copy specifically as task paper? Down text. To I guess just guess I should check task later. It's in there. I think what I want is I can try just pasting it and see what happens. Okay. Um, that one is in. Okay. Okay. These are all the messy, similar things that need to be organized together and are probably not going to happen today. But I put that one on. Wow, that took a long time to put one thing in. Calendar project is in. That's unfortunate. Um, yeah, I've got the same basic thing in for all my grown-up coach stuff. Oh, wow, yeah. Like way too much. And it's just there. And okay. So if I think I can cross these off because they're all in OmniFocus. Okay. Um, what here? If I knew my timeline, like, okay, so for the doctor stuff, let's say that that has a longer timeline. If I knew it was in it, that'd be easier. But like, let's say that that isn't going to happen till May or June. Could reach out now. To okay, but I think a minimum viable, like, okay, so there's like active. And I want to say, inspired. Well, actually, I'd like a deadline for that piece of it. Okay, so Oh, it's in 3 days. Cool. Okay. So then ideally this weekend I would at least have that. Okay. What? Okay. Okay. Hmm. 2 months. All right. I'm getting called off. So I ended up going down okay, I actually need to plan out what this looks like because I maybe need to do it by today. Anyway, good times. There we go. If you don't type it exactly right, it doesn't like it. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully, you got some good things done in your review. I know I did in mine. And hopefully, you have a good weekend. Depends on when you're seeing this. And we'll be back at our normal time on Tuesday. Our next one of these bonuses, I believe we scheduled it out, is April 18th at the same time, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next week.